Hi guys, thanks for tuning into the channel today. Nice day to be out on a little bit of a ride around here. I often pull over at this spot here. It's not a bad place to have a bit of a rest on your travels. And I've had a few inquiries lately about what happened to the Halcyon Grey, so save any more talk on that one. Here it is here. Still riding. It's still a really good bike to ride, still possibly my favourite bike to ride, even though it doesn't get as much attention as what the Red Chrome does. But I wasn't out here to ride them for attention, so it didn't make any difference, so on that side all's good there. Now, while we're on this Halcyon Grey version, or we'll call it the Grey, you might have noticed I put one up on the Red Chrome about the engine heat on the new Enfield from new. Now, the strange thing about it is, even when you look in the Enfield owner's manual, it tells you to be, take it easy on the run-in on these bikes. And what I mean by take it easy on the run-in, first 500 kilometres, 70 kilometres an hour max, or 40 mile an hour on the old scale, and then after that, for the next 1500 kilometres, you can go to 80 kilometres an hour or 50 mile an hour. And after that, they class the run-in on one of these complete at 2000 kilometres or roughly 1200 mile. Now, when you think of it, like I've had a huge amount of bikes over the past 10 years and virtually 99% of them have been all brand new. I've never been on any of those new bikes where they talk about the crap involved, like with the Enfields in the running period. It's usually only a short period of a run-in, and then after that you can go out and ride it a little bit quicker, you could say. But these Enfields, see, this is where I put my other clip up about, like engine heat and that. There's no doubt these engines aren't made anywhere near as good as the Jap stuff, because you can get onto the Jap ones and get out there and give them a workout from the start, and they are far superior motors in the long term than one of these. And that Vespa I've got to be well ahead of these ones. So it is just a really, really good motor. Like, plug the shit out of the most crap what I've been on for 300cc's at Vespa GTS 300 Super Sports that quick. But the fact is, I like these bikes more, and that's why I persevere with them, because they look cool, they're a nice looking bike, I enjoy riding it. And I think someone else asked a while back, or not even a while back, a couple of days back, you only keep these bikes for 5 minutes and you wouldn't know how they are long term and that. Well, and then a couple of them asked me, was I planning on selling this one here? But if I sold this one here, what would I get for it? 4,500 Australian dollars, I suppose, if I was lucky. It's just not worth it. 4,500 is nothing. Might as well just get on it, keep riding it. I enjoy riding it. It's going well. In actual fact, it's possibly, and it's put the kilometres on, it's got about a bit over 11,000 on it now. I actually think it would be running better than the Red Chrome, because I got a chance today to compare it, and out on the road, this is a pretty good bike to ride, and more important, it's been in some really good adventures too. So the best thing about this one is it's not afraid of a bit of a dirt road. I may pull a couple of things off this bike now and throw them over to the Chrome rather than waste money, because I've got other plans coming up and I've got to make sure that I can cover myself in those areas, and it's going to be quite a few dollars involved, so I've got to make sure I don't overspend, because the wife's always on to me at times now for overspending. But I suppose that's the way it goes. But apart from that, this is really a good little bike to ride, and I enjoyed the run out here so far on it today, and it cruises along the road with no trouble at all. You can get up to 100 kilometres an hour and sit it there, and it behaves itself. A lot of life left in this bike, and more importantly, it's not afraid of a dirt road. And it doesn't matter, I don't have to worry about polishing or cleaning it, and it's just as it is. And if you're in the market and you're after a good bike like a Enfield, the cheapest model is Halcyon models, which come in, not much cheaper than the other ones, $800 cheaper, but $800 cheaper. They still run the same, they go the same, they feel no different. So you'd be, one time you might think to yourself, oh well, a Halcyon might be the cheaper version, but I don't know. I reckon they're the best value and they look the best. And before I bought the Red Chrome, I was actually hoping to get a Halcyon Green, but I would have to do a pre-order with them on there. It might take 2 or 3 weeks to get it. And I thought, I haven't had a Chrome version now for around about 4 or 5 years, so I thought, no, I'll go Chrome. Now, when I pulled up at this place just here a while ago, or when I came over this stop sign, I even noticed there are a few rabbits running in this paddock here, and it looks like rabbits are coming up in it now, but the grass is that high in there, it's very hard to see if you can see a rabbit in there or not. Usually you can only see their ears, but I think later on what I will do is later on when I bring my drone out, I'll take the places where I think there's rabbits, put the drone up and fly it over the areas and see if I can pick it up that way. But I bet if I go up this road here further, there'll be more rabbits up that way. I've just done an oil and filter change on this one too, so it's right there to go. I haven't had out on the dirt road for now for a few months, I think, and I'll have to get out and give it another bit of a run. So because it's such a well-behaved bike in stock form on dirt that you don't mind giving it a bit of a run, and it's not bad on the gas. So I can highly recommend these Enfields. Like, the only thing I don't like about them, and I mentioned it earlier, was the huge lengthy run in, and if you don't sort of run them in properly, you're going to pay prices further down the track. If you said what about the Suzuki or the other stuff, you got the Hondas and that, you have to worry about them. I've never really worried about them. I've just got them straight out and set them on 100, or whether that or the X-Max scooters or anything like that, and set them on 100 and go cruising, and they do it quite well. But for some reason with these Enfields, you have got to run them in carefully. And a lot of these newcomers come to the channel or be there for the first time, and they laugh about it and have their little bit of a say and all that, but the trouble is they don't know anything, and I've had 23 of them, so I've got a very good idea what you can get away with and what you can't. And I'm telling you now, if you get out and abuse these bikes from the beginning, unless you've got a good pocket, and I must admit my pocket's not bad at times, so it doesn't worry me, that's why I got in and give it to them. But if you do anything silly like that and pay the price, you'll be getting yourself another bike. So keep that in mind. I don't care how you run them in, what you do with them, it doesn't worry me. But all I can say, if you're a smart person and you take notice of what I tell you and run them in carefully, you'll get a very good run out of them. But I don't know, they're just such a cool bike to ride. It's hard to believe, like a while back, that most people don't even realise I knocked back a brand new Triumph, what was that one? Triumph T120 1200cc model to buy another Enfield instead and something else. So I still reckon I made the right choice, because if I would have bought that Bonneville for 22,000, I think it was, you can bet by now I would have been thinking it was a waste of money, and I'd be thinking how much I'm going to lose on this sale. Where, as it is now with the red chrome and the other stuff that's coming, well, I reckon I'll be well further ahead on that one. By the way, if any of you is wondering about Triumph Scramblers or the X400s, they got reviews out on them now, and the reviews out on those 400s aren't too bad. So I don't think the reviews, they were coming in strong in the beginning, but then you get a couple of truthful reviewers on it, and they do find now that the probably the 400 Street is a little bit better refined and handling all areas. But either way, it won't matter what they say, because I think the Scrambler will be the one people will want to buy because it looks cooler. That's what I think there. So could be wrong, don't know. I've supposedly bought a Scrambler, so unless it changed my mind right at the very last moment, but this stage Scrambler it is. So apart from that, like I said, is just to pull over, show you what it is, what I'm on today. Still got it, still ride it, still pretty good to ride. So as long as I'm happy riding it that way, well, just letting you know that even if you only fork out the basic price of 8,000 right away from one of these, you'll still be very happy with the bike. So cheers for now.